India launched strikes on Pakistan and Pakistani Kashmir on Wednesday. Pakistan calls it a blatant act of war, but India says Operation Sindoor was just retaliation for the terrorist attacks in Pahalgam. My name is SM Sharmin Jahan. Welcome to Daily Sun Newsroom. Today we have with us Mr. Mahfuzur Rahman, former ambassador, to discuss this topic. Sir, how are you doing?
It's fine.
So, sir, how do you think this conflict is going to escalate?
Um, well, the way the conflict is shaping up, but at the same time, the way the international community is working on it, we can expect that the escalation will not be there, and people will all be interested in establishing peace. But at the same time, if we consider the recent phenomena worldwide, we are afraid that this time maybe the conflict between India and Pakistan probably will not be resolved so quickly. So we fear that there could be further escalation on the issues.
Do you think that the fact that both India and Pakistan have nuclear weapons could be an important factor in the whole war if it escalates?
Well, I think it's very far now, because we do not expect that a full-scale conflict will emerge out of this situation. If we consider the history, the last war was in 1971, and after that there were many incidents of armed conflict between the two countries, but somehow the peace could prevail. And this time also we expect, because nobody wants war doesn't benefit anybody. So I hope, yes, both the countries are have nuclear capabilities, but we do not go that far to comment or to predict that it will turn into a nuclear warfare.
Right. What do you think Israel's influence is in this war? Because Israel has openly supported India and called it an act of self-defense.
Yes, many people are predicting that there are influence of Israel in this case as well. One of the reasons is that India has close diplomatic relationship with Israel, and in the recent years we have seen that they have consolidated their relationship. And if you compare with Pakistan, as a Muslim country, Pakistan is yet to have diplomatic relationship with Israel. And the recent activities of Israel, particularly its military offensive activities in Gaza Strip, suggest that Israel has a particular way of dealing with this kind of affair. When it attacked Gaza and many parts of Gaza, it followed the same path. Even in Iran, in Lebanon, in Yemen recently, it followed the same path. That they have calculated something and then they went for drone strike. They didn't bother about the sovereignty of other countries, including Iran, Lebanon, Yemen. So probably India is encouraged.
Mm-hmm. So if this war escalates any further than it already is, what do you think the implications for Bangladesh would be?
We all understand that Bangladesh is a close neighbor, a neighbor of India. And at the same time, we have a long historic relationship with both India and Pakistan. We belong to the same region of South Asia. So yes, there is a huge implication for Bangladesh if the situation goes further, and if there is an escalation in the conflict.
What kind of implications do you think would be there?
I'm telling you, because one of the things is that we are already disturbed through our relationship with Myanmar, where the Rohingya refugees are still entering Bangladesh. And then there is a rise of Arakan Army, a militant group which is challenging the central government of Myanmar. And the United Nations has asked for a human corridor to be established in that region, in the bordering region of Bangladesh. So this is a phenomena which we should take into consideration when there is another conflict in the same region but on the other side of Bangladesh, that means in the west. So in the east, we will have a direct conflict where we could be a part, and we are, in a sense, we are a part of that scenario where we are hosting a large number of Rohingya refugees, and we want that that would be resolved peacefully or bilaterally, and at the same time with the assistance of UNHCR and other actors. So now if there is a situation, similar situation in our western part, it means that between India and Pakistan, people will be distracted. Some of them will think that conflict resolution between India and Pakistan is more important vis-a-vis the conflict between Bangladesh and Myanmar, or between the Rohingya or the Arakanis. So we will lose attention of the international community, and at the same time it will jeopardize our interest.
If this war escalates further, what do you think our government would do, given the foreign advisor to the current interim government just called for peace? He said India and Pakistan needs to come to diplomatic ties. What do you think our government would do if this war escalates further?
I mean, he did the right thing,
Yeah.
because he calls for de-escalation of the situation, and definitely that should be our position. And even in future, as you predicted, or as you said, that if there is a escalation, then what we should do? We should, put all our efforts to favor a kind of de-escalation in India and Pakistan. We cannot expect that we will have a direct role there, but if there is an international effort, we should be part of that effort. And by all means, we should at least expect that it will de-escalate as soon as possible.
Do you think it will come to a point where the government of Bangladesh will have to pick a side?
No, I do not think so. I mean, first of all, our policy is exactly not in that line, and we also do not require that.
So how do you think the effect would be in the whole South Asian region, not just Bangladesh?
Oh yes, I mean, any conflict between India and Pakistan will definitely affect the entire South Asian region. Let's say we have seen that our government was interested to strengthen SAARC activities, but now we can understand that it will be jeopardized as long as there is no good relationship between India and Pakistan. Intra-regional trade will be highly affected. Pakistan probably already declared that the trade with India, they will stop that one. It may take a little time to exactly stop that one, but it will gradually affect the intra-trade. And if there is no trade between, let's say, India and Pakistan, it will also affect the trade among the South Asian region, among the countries in the South Asian region, and Bangladesh will also be affected.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. That was all for today. Thank you, dear audience. Stay tuned for more. Good night.
Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe our YouTube channel. Get the latest update on www.daily-sun.com.